Hello, this is Scot Conway, Ph.D, J.D, the whole rest of the resume. For mothersraisingsons.com, we're dealing with the masks that we wear. There's be a man, there's a bad thing, and there's a destructive thing video. And we're only dealing with the trailer. I don't even know what's in the real movie. We're getting toward the end here. We're going to deal with a few more things here, and then I'll be able to wrap up, hopefully, in the next video.
If I can man up, why step down from that? You feel me?
It's like instinct.
Man up. What's that mean? Well, that's basically the same thing as be a man. But they don't know what that means. And so they have this ideal. Be a man. Man up. But what does it mean to them? They don't even know what it means. And so basically they're faking it. And they're trying to figure it out. And it's either man up. Well, you're a man. And so there's woman. Or what's a woman like? Okay, if I do the opposite of what a woman might do, then that's a man. So if you just step it out a little bit differently, the instinct, that reflex, that's an emotional response. Now, if you tell a guy, oh, so you're just acting on emotion. Is that what you're telling me? You know, most men go, okay, well, whoa, wait a minute. Let me think about this. And if they develop a model of what it means to be a grown-up. So how does a grown-up handle this? Is this how a grown-up handles it? Now, how does a man handle it? Like, how would you want your son to handle it? What risks would you be taking if you handle it this way? And you begin to look at it a little bit more comprehensively. You begin to see, like, oh, wait a minute, there's like a different model going on here. There's a grown-up, civilized, sophisticated, I am a powerful, confident human being. Maybe it's not about violence. It's not about stepping up and getting in someone's face and basically picking the fight. And I still work with this on people a lot. Now, because I'm a martial arts master, they recognize, okay, clearly you know how to fight. So you're never stepping down because you're afraid. How do you handle it? And a lot of my students in particular have watched me in the middle of potentially violent situations just handle people, no threats, no getting in the face, being very respectful, but being very affirmative, very assertive in how I do things, being very positive, connecting with them, respecting someone as a human being without having to make it into a thing. Asking questions, getting people to start thinking, and it is amazing when you have the right tools. And basically you have this verbal self-defense, this verbal kempo, and it's the fighting principles. So that you can learn, how do I diffuse it so that I don't get hurt? Because you get in that fight, you're going to get hurt. You get in that fight, you're going to get seriously hurt. I don't want to get hurt. I mean, why would someone want to get hurt? And and even in my martial arts, I do the be safe, or train safe to be safe, and it's to train safe to be safe. I don't even want to get hurt in my training. Yeah, and I'm really good at what I do. I really am, but I don't want to fight. And just learning how to do that. How do you do that from a place of strength? Clearly, I have a place of strength. What's the technique? What's the style? What's the approach there? Let's take a look at the ending.
So man up, man up, man up, man up. Oh, some fucking balls. Act like a man. Be a man. Be a man. For my kids, I was going to end this hyper-masculine narrative here.
This hyper-masculine narrative. Now, the hyper-masculine, first off, if it truly is masculine, and you're just going to ramp it up to a higher level, that would be awesome if you're doing masculinity in a right, healthy way. This isn't hyper-masculinity. This is just being unhealthy. This is just being dysfunctional. Let's fix the dysfunction. Let's keep all of the good stuff. And let's just learn how to teach masculinity in a healthy way. Let's get this to really work for us. And let's teach our sons right. Let's teach our sons to be heroic men. Let's teach our sons to be knightly men. To be strong the way we want our men to be strong. And to be able to also be tender the way we want our fathers to be tender. I mean, think about all the key roles a man needs to play in his life. A provider and protector. I mean, sometimes we kind of get too focused on that. But I want my sons to grow up to be able to be great husbands and great fathers. And being a great father means having a baby. So what traits does he need to have to be a dad? To be able to be daddy and be able to work with a baby, to work with a young child. What is all of this, and how does all of that work together? And begin to look at the whole picture of what being a man is. You begin to say, okay, so we need a healthy view of masculinity that encompasses all of this and gets to the heart of authentic masculinity so our boys can feel masculine, so they can grow up and feel manly and know what that takes. And so the women in their lives, eventually, hopefully their wives, and certainly their girlfriends can look at them, and the women in their lives will feel like, that's a man. Their female friends in their lives, including the female residents, can look at him and say, he's a man. He just feels like a man to me. Without having to have all this stupid, dysfunctional stuff, but without throwing all of that out. I'm going to do one more video. It doesn't deal directly with the trailer itself, but rather with some commentary for some people promoting the trailer, and I won't need to get into some names on that because I don't really need to pick a fight, but there is some more stuff in there. But yeah, well, we're going to get to it. Scot Conway, Ph.D., J.D., whole rest of the resume from mothersraisingsons.com.